Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Throwback Thursday. We are in Hagenstedt. Only the second episode in Hagenstedt. I was thinking about that just before I started recording. Huh. I don't know why. I feel like I've been here a little longer. But anyways, let's see how things are going on here. So we've got a few things to do, I think, this episode. Last episode, we harvested our 3 fields. We've got a 4th field that is corn, that is... what? Oh, there you go. There's the first crash in Hagenstedt. I was waiting for that. You know, those... those, fences used to get me. And they continue to get me. Looks like my driving skills haven't improved at all since, 10 years ago in Farming Simulator. Wonderful. So I picked up this plow. I have no idea what mod it is, actually. It looked like it fit the Schluter really well, which actually I kind of like the way it's looking with the old Schluter. Picked up the plow because we are going to go straight ahead and join those 2 fields. I forgot I left traffic on too. Man, I normally turn traffic off. I am not a traffic fan in this game. We're going to leave it on just for fun because I have a feeling it will cause havoc. So let's leave it on. If for nothing else, the thrill of, yeah, that's right, buddy. That's right. You're going to hit me because you'll feel it more than I will. You will definitely feel it more than I will. All right. Let's go join a couple fields together and then we can kick off. Oh, wait a minute. That's right. This Schluter has a weird... well, it's got a reversing camera. Okay. Guess I should probably get used to that. There's our plow, or our Puma, our Case Puma. It's going to be doing some cultivating. But before we let it do cultivating, we're going to do some plowing. I actually forget if I turned on the mod. We might not be doing any cultivating. Our plow. Well, let's see what happens here. I don't know if I've got allow create fields mod installed or not. Yes. Oh, yes, I do. Well, that's good because we're going to need it. So we're just going to get these 2 fields joined up, and that way we don't even have to worry about it. I was looking at contracts, but there are 0 contracts at the moment, so I think we're going to have to wait a month to get some contracts, which is fine. We've got stuff to do. We don't have to be in a hurry to pick up contracts necessarily. I really like the sound of this Schluter. There was a mod released recently, a Fiat pack maybe of some sort, or some Fiats. Kind of looks like the Schluter. I'm wondering if Fiat... does anybody know if Fiat bought or took over Schluter when they went out? Because they really looked like Schluter tractors to me, so I was just curious. I was going to look it up. I forgot to look it up. But it wouldn't surprise me if somebody, you know, when Schluter went out of business, if somebody kind of picked up what they had. So how's everybody doing? Having a good week? It is Thursday. Thursdays are always good because they're a day before Friday, and Fridays are very good because they're a day before the weekend. Man, that 3rd camera, not a big fan. I'm not going to lie to you. Not a big fan. I feel like it's a camera that you use very rarely. So I think there's actually, you know what? I think there is a mod that lets you turn off additional cameras. I should look that up and check that out. So like I said, we are not going to be spending a ton of time in Hagenstedt. In fact, I would say we're probably going to be spending less time in Hagenstedt than we did in the old family farm. I would say almost for sure. We're really just going to get a nice feel and taste for the map. We're going to continue to work the fields that we own. We're going to try and pick up some contracts when they become available, so we can get some work around other areas of the map. And once we feel like we've kind of seen enough of Hagenstedt and gotten my little taste of history, then we're gonna move on. I already know the next map. I think I know the next map. The next one or two maps, actually. But you know what? We can wait on that. We can enjoy our time in Hagenstedt. I was actually watching some Puma Plow action the other day. John is, I think he is playing on one of Stevie's maps. Looked really good too. I like Stevie's maps. Ooh, I got a little silly there, didn't I? I like Stevie's maps. I don't know if any of you have played Stevie's maps. If you're on console, you definitely haven't. Stevie doesn't release. I think, I heard rumors Stevie was a girl. So I apologize if I call Stevie a him, and he is a girl, but if you are on console, you haven't really been able to experience Stevie's maps because he or they only do PC. Available on Facebook. If you're interested in looking up Stevie, just do a Google search on Farming Simulator 22, Stevie's mods. You'll definitely find them. I think Stevie's Facebook page is like Farming Simulator Mods or something like that. It's not. It's kind of a generic name like that. Always does a really good job with their maps, though. Kind of known a lot of times for taking base game maps and expanding on them, but also does from scratch mods. There were a couple maps in FS15 or 17 that I remember playing that Stevie did that boy, did I enjoy those. Oh, yeah. And you can usually tell a Stevie map because he likes to put in a lot of animal facilities on the farm. So if you enjoy animal husbandry in Farming Simulator 22, you should definitely check out Stevie's maps. For the most part, you will definitely get your fill. You'll get your fill of animals, and they're normally not base game barns. They're usually extended animal properties that hold a lot more than the norm. So it's kind of cool. Very cool. What are we looking for? I seem to be flaking around here a little bit. There we go. We want field work. We want a job. Do we need a headland? We're not going to do a headland. Let's see what happens. Let's live dangerously. Let's just live dangerously. 0 headlands, straight up and down. Island bypass, there are no islands to worry about. And let's just let it go. First waypoint, actually. Not really sure where that is. Down there, maybe, it looks like. Should be at the very end of the field, since there's no headlands. And we got to get this. We're not going to do any mulching. We're just gonna go old school today. The next thing we want to do is get some baling going. We've got a bunch of straw that we need to pick up, and I've wanted to try this baler out. I forget. Not the baler, the wrapper. I think the wrapper's a speed wrapper. There is a baler out there. I think it's actually called just the quick bale. Quick bale, I think it's called. I do want to try that out too, though. That thing looks Sweet. All right, reverse camera. Look at that. Actually, that is kind of nice. I was gonna say I'd still screw it up. I'd find a way to mess it up. This thing doesn't have a hitch, does it? Negative. Well, let's see what kind of trouble we can get into here. What size bales do we have? 125s. Can we do bigger? And the next question is, what size bales will our wrapper... I've done that mistake in the past. Brad, where's there? It'll do 180 rounds. Oh, we're not wrapping straw. What am I even thinking about wrapping for? You guys knew that, didn't you? You were just laughing at me. You were like, oh, I'm just going to let him go. He'll figure it out eventually. Oh, that's why I love having you all along for the ride, because you just get to sit back, relax, and laugh at me. Eventually I figure it out. Sometimes it's not, you know, quick. Sometimes it's the next episode or two, but I figure it out, you know. Oh, I missed you, Schluter. That's kind of a cool look. Maybe I'm going to change my mind about this butt camera. I'm going to call it the butt camera. That's our butt camera. That actually looks kind of cool. You can really see what's happening with the baler and the... Whoa. Do I... Oh, I'm going to have to be careful. I think I forgot to install the round bale add-on mod. So you know what that means. I actually have to pay attention. It's a shame I have to pay attention. We'll figure it out. But look at how, look at those, what would they be? They'd be, not air hoses, but hydraulic, I suppose. They look really good. That looks pretty sweet. All right. I know. I get easily distracted. But we are going to do a little inside view action. Baling is one of those things that I kind of like doing first person. I just kind of enjoy it, you know, watching. Looking around, saying hi to everybody. Look at her baler. Oh, what a view. Hagenstedt. Oh, man. I think it's, you know, it's partially the map itself, you know, that I actually do really like, but it's just remembering how much I absolutely adored Farming Simulator when I first started playing it. I'm actually surprised my marriage survived. If I'm being honest, I'm kind of surprised my marriage survived, because I'm pretty sure I paid zero attention to my wife at the time. Actually, that's maybe why it did survive, now that I think about it. Maybe that's why it lasted, because she didn't have to put up with me. I came home and I hit the Xbox playing Farm Sim, and she was like, "Man, I really like this. He's not bugging me. He's leaving me alone. I got time to myself." You know, I should ask her about that. I bet Farming Simulator saved the marriage. Wouldn't that be something, right? Thank you, Giants. Thank you, Farming Simulator, for saving my marriage. Scoop bag. I don't think that's how it's supposed to work. I think I'm being a little bit crazy with our baler, but it's getting the job done, I guess. I haven't round baled in a while. I've been square baling on all my maps for the most part, I think. I feel like I haven't really hit the round bales for a while. Kind of miss them a little bit. I do miss the round bale mod, however. Now, I assume most of you know what that is, but then maybe not for you console players, because I don't think there is a version for console players. I don't think the round bale extension is in the mod hub. I think it has been in previous versions. I could be wrong, but it seems like that has been in the mod hub. But anyways, it's great because, and if you've watched my channel for any amount of time, you've definitely seen it I saw it on Buchern. Did we have it on Kubota Farm? We had it on Kubota Farm, didn't we? And it just it makes round baling a zero thought process. When it gets to like 90% or 95%, it automatically slows your tractor down. It automatically stops your tractor at 100%, drops the bale, and off you go. So you don't have to concern yourself with that little buzzer going off. You don't have to concern yourself with stopping or paying attention to how full your baler is. It's kind of like, it's basically, you know, like, what do they call those square balers that have the extra chamber in them so that you can kind of keep baling? It's kind of like that. Come on, Brad, hit the gas. There you go. We're going to go ahead and just grab this one while we're here. How's our Puma doing over there? Looks like it's getting the job done nicely. So like I said, we do have a cornfield that is getting ready right now as we speak. Not actually, I should look. I think it's either a month or two away from ready to harvest. We don't have a Deutz tractor, do we? We're probably going to end up having to pick up a Deutz tractor before too long. Deutz, of course, major brand in FS13. I quite like that that Deutz tractor in FS13. I thought that was a pretty slick tractor. It's so weird to think about. I knew nothing about these brands. Nothing. I knew John Deere. Actually, I knew Case. And I knew John Deere. That was it. I didn't know Deutz. Definitely didn't know Schluter. And most other equipment names, no idea. No concept at all. I didn't know how cultivating worked or plowing. I didn't know how doing baling really worked. I mean, a lot of these things I had seen on TV or from friends that had farming in their family. I had heard about some of this stuff, but really didn't know, one thing from another. Now, granted, I'm not suggesting that I could go out in the real world and be a farmer. That would be highly disastrous, I'm quite certain. But from farming simulator world, come a long ways. And still learning and still enjoying all the new stuff I can learn. I think one of my favorite things always about Farming Simulator is seeing the equipment in game and then trying to find it on YouTube to see it in real life and see how it operates in real life and comparing that to what we do in the game, or trying to get a scale, kind of a size out of it to see how big it is in real life, because I feel like that's lost a lot in this game is scale. And I've mentioned that before. I really don't know how Giants could necessarily improve on that. I do feel like in Farmer's Dynasty, the game Farmer's Dynasty that I'm playing, I do feel like scale in that game for some reason is better. Things seem properly big. Like, I stand out here, and yeah, I mean, it looks big, right? But my head, I would assume on this Schluter at least, if I was roughly 5'8", 5'10", these tires are probably close to that. And to me, it just doesn't feel that way necessarily. But anyways, I just noticed that on Farmer's Dynasty, I felt like when I was walking around equipment on that game, it just felt bigger. I don't know. It's weird. Because from a realism standpoint, if you look at the graphics in Farming Simulator 22, I mean, clearly the graphics in this game are superior. I would say that's accurate to say, you know, without too much argument. But, you know what? Different strokes for different folks, and some people may actually prefer the way I'm sorry, I am not being gentle on this baler. The way everybody's got their own idea of what looks good, and maybe, you know, maybe for some people other farming games look better. I don't know. I look at something like this, and it's hard to kind of to beat it, you know, with what's out there now. Something like this. I mean, whoops. This looks really good. I remember, you all may even remember if you've been around Farming Simulator for a while, the days before things got dirty. Doesn't that sound weird now? The way that we're so used to things getting dirty. But there was a time in this game when your tractors and your equipment just was always perfect. Always perfectly shiny clean. Not only dirt, but no wear. So you didn't have missing paint, you know, you didn't have stuff like that. That's kind of one thing I wish would come to, and I've heard it from other people. It's like American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator, is the ability for trucks and trailers to get dirty. And I'm actually kind of surprised they haven't done that yet. I was told, I think I was either, I forget where I probably read this in a forum because there was a discussion about it. Somebody said they believed that dirt won't come to American Truck or Euro Truck because the manufacturers don't want their vehicles represented dirty. They don't want their vehicles represented in a dirty way or a worn way. So SCS won't introduce a dirt mask. And I, you know, think about it. I think, you know what? That actually doesn't sound all that unreasonable. It's kind of like why we don't see in base game equipment on American Truck and Euro Truck, we're not going to see the big, you know, smoke, black smoke. What do they call that? Rolling coal? We won't see rolling coal coming out of base game equipment. We might see it in a mod, but we're not going to see it from SCS on, you know, newer equipment. And they're not going to be loud. They're going to be nice and quiet. They're going to be environmentally friendly. Boring. Yeah, a little boring, a little but still love that game too. Picked it up last weekend and started playing it a little bit. I need to brush off the cobwebs. on American Truck, and I need to get used to some of the new features that have come around in America. The last time I played American Truck and Euro Truck like on a steady, regular basis was actually, believe it or not, before they had talking GPS. And I don't know how long talking GPS has been out in that game. I think I looked, whoops, get 100%, there you go. I think I looked on Steam, and I think it said the last time that I played it before last weekend was like 8 months ago or 9 months ago, maybe, or more. But I don't think I played it since talking GPS. I could be wrong. I could be remembering that wrong, but that talking GPS is pretty cool. I gotta admit, it's pretty sweet. I know that when I was kind of into it, I was doing a lot with that, what was it, the heavy haul pack? The one where you actually get the safety drivers that come out and block roads and stuff, or block traffic for you and things. I thought that was so cool. That's so cool. Oh, speaking of, since we're playing Farming Sim and not American Truck, did you all see that mod that's being developed or worked on where it looks like it's going to be a construction light that will stop traffic? That looked kind of cool. Just, you know, like a red, green, yellow light on the back, like a regular stoplight on a trailer. And you would just take it over wherever you wanted to control traffic. And based on what they were showing, or DJ was showing, it looks like that's what it was designed to do, was to control traffic. It wasn't just a I don't know, like a play thing. It was actually had some real use to it. I think that'd be kind of slick. Is our Puma done? Mr. Puma, are you done? You are done, aren't you? Well, I don't reckon. Well, let's finish up our baling. We're just about done with our baling anyways, so. We might as well wrap this up. Come on, baby. There you go. Yeah, I know. I know. Being rough on the old Deutz baler, but it survived. It survived even my baling skills. I think we're good to go. I don't think I missed anything at least too significant out there. Now, did I remember to... Yes, I did. I was going to say, I wasn't sure if I remembered that I got us a stacker or not. Concentration. Reversing concentration. Actually, let's take a look at something here. What's those? Huh. I like it. Now I'm starting to like this little butt camera. Now that I am playing around with it. Ooh, Brad. There you go. Let's... Oops, sorry about that. Hit the mic. Hopefully that wasn't too horribly loud. Oh, see, that doesn't work though, does it? There we go. Oh, don't hit the crone. You've already hit the crone, haven't you? You're scratching the paint on the crone. Oh, I jackknifed it. There we go. We got her. So what are we going to do on our newly joined field? What are we allowed to do? A canola, poplar grass, and oilseed radish. All right, Mr. Plow, Mr. Puma Plow. That's not quite right, but hey, I do like the Case Puma. I've always liked this tractor. Like I said, I don't think this is probably the exact model that was in the original Hagenstedt, but pretty darn close, I think. It's kind of a sporty looking tractor, I think. Maybe it's the red. You know, red's fast, I guess. I wonder if there's really any truth to that police pull over red cars more often. I've always been told that, and I honestly have never. You first need to unfold to unhook it. Really? I didn't know that. Well, you know what? You're gonna hit the barn, Brad. This thing needs to be unfolded to be unhooked. I didn't know that. But I remember, I think my dad told me that when I was a lot younger, and then I've heard it several times, and I don't think that that's been the defining reason why I have never owned a red car. But it often comes to mind whenever I bought a car. I've been looking for a car. That it's, stay away from the red ones. Cops are gonna get you more. But maybe I don't know if there's any truth to that or not, but it's made me a believer. For no reason, no real reason, I guess. We need to fertilize. We can fertilize. We can fertilize before we plant, I would think. I don't think our seeder... Yeah, I know, but... You moved on your own, buddy. I don't think our seeder has fertilizing. Where is our lovely seeder? Planter and seeder. It does have fertilizer. Should we just do that? Maybe we should just do that. Why not, right? We could try, see how she goes. Let's go grab our seeder. Actually, sometimes I don't think things through quite very well. I actually kind of wanted to... I don't really want to do canola. For no particular reason. I just don't really feel like doing canola. So I was actually going to, of all things, put down oilseed radish so we could get some free fertilizer. We do need seeds, though. Where are our... Well, it's hard to say. Where are our seeds? These look like these might be seeds right here, right? Am I not right about that? Do we need to do that, maybe? No? Oh, yeah. Yep. Don't get too fast on the trigger there, Brad. Give it a chance. Give it a chance. Can we get around the back side of the barn here? I believe we can. I think. Oh, yes. Hagenstedt has come through again. Oh, yeah. Oh, this Puma has some pep. The Puma definitely has some pep. Let's throw some oilseed radish down so we can get some free fertilizer. How's that? Did I turn off? I want to make sure I turned off auto buy. I don't want my helpers doing anything silly without my permission. And we want Oilseed radish. Something I don't do very often in this game, and figure what the hey, right? All right, right there's good. I think our hired helper will say thank you for lining me up, and we'll be on their way. Very, very nice. Man, this cedar is something else, huh? That looks like it would be a lot of fun to service and maintain. Actually, it doesn't look that bad, I guess, but man, goodness gracious. These machines are amazing. All right, we're going to let our helper do the deed. And we are going to pick up some bales. I think I don't know if we should just store these or just turn right around and sell them. We're not really hurting for money necessarily. We could try that bale. We can try that storage facility that's up front there and see how well that works. Throw these in storage just in case. I really don't have big plans for animals on this map, but then a mod came out today. Is it from Schultz Modding? The module pigsty. It's basically his modular pigsty. It's his cow facility only for pigs, basically, and it looks kind of sweet. And maybe just for fun, we'll throw that down in this map or something. And pigs like straw. So maybe we'll check that out and see how well that looks at some point. I do quite like the looks of round bales over square bales. There's just something very traditional about the looks of a round bale. But then I wonder if the norm was small square bales, right? I mean, when baling machines first started really coming out, weren't they those small square balers? To look that up, but I'm pretty sure square bales preceded round bales. I thought maybe I'm wrong. May not be true, but either way, I always like the looks of seeing round bales like this out in the fields. Just something very country looking about it. Let's get these wrapped up. Not wrapped up, but you know what I mean. Picked up. And we'll see how well they get stored over here. If this facility doesn't store them, then we might just opt for selling them, take a few bucks. Right here is where I'm thinking they should store, I think. Let's find out, shall we? So why are we doing this? Let's see the butt camera. What's the butt camera doing? Oh yeah, okay. I like that. I can deal with that. But I can't really see if I'm going to hit the shed, so maybe I should probably do this. Oh yes, perfect. And we should see them stacking up there. Very nice. Do I need to back you up a little bit more? There you go. Let's take a look at something here. So we've got... Oh, it lets you... Oh, I like this. This one lets you walk in. Oh, it lets you walk right through, too. Huh, that's funny. Does it let you walk? Yep. They're just fake. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. And it looks like we can just take out what we want. Perfect. Perfect. I like that. Well, I'm glad that works nicely. Well, we'll hang on to them then. We weren't going to get a whole lot of cash for them anyways. Oh, did I? Man, I'm sorry. I forget, but I don't... Did I mention? I don't think I did. We had chickens on the last episode, right? I did buy a few chickens, obviously. A couple roosters. I thought, why not? You know what? It's nice to have the sound of the chickens on the farm. I don't think I did that in the last episode, but maybe I did. I think we can sell our bales right there in that middle barn, I think. Alright, let's use the little behind camera once again and see. I'm kind of liking it for this, I guess. I'm going to hit that pole, aren't I? Oh. I think I did, and it was being very kind to me, I think. Yeah, it's a... that's funny. No collision pole. Otherwise, I would have definitely wrecked that. I like no collision poles. Makes my horrible driving that much more tolerable. Let's go check on our... Let's go check on our Puma and see how it's doing. I don't know if this is a direct drill seeder. We can definitely find out here in a second. Looks like it's about ready to wrap up. Because if it is, we might just move it on over to this field and go ahead and plant some oilseed radish there. Needs lime and needs rolling. Well, we know we don't have to roll oilseed radish. I don't think there's any benefit to any of that. The lime, though, we're going to want to probably do... You know what? I'm firing you, Mr. Helper. I appreciate the hard work and effort you put into this field, but we'll take it over from here. Let me destroy what you have done so well. And we'll finish up this little strip here. But yeah, it'll probably behoove us to lime up these fields before we put real crops down. Oilseed radish. What an interesting crop. I think of radishes, you think of radishes, right? The little red, harsh tasting little things. Never been a big fan of the radish, but I get it. But I'm assuming oilseed radish does not have any kind of fruit on it like that. That it just is a leafy plant. All right, let's find out if you are capable of just going directly, or do we need to get the cultivator out? Oh yeah. I believe we have liftoff. We do indeed. Perfect. Well, we're going to let that finish up and get our fields oil seeded. And that's going to do it for this episode of Throwback Thursday here in Hagenstedt. I'm going to, this will advance us a day, which is kind of nice. So we can see if we have some contracts available coming up in September. Our corn harvest may also, corn. Oh, yeah, it looks like it's going to be October. So we're a couple months away from our corn harvest. But we'll have plenty to do. Hopefully we'll see some contracts come around next month. I think we probably will. Other than that, thanks everyone for joining me here on Hagenstedt. Always good to be back in the Hagenstedt. Is this, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is supposed to be a Netherlands? Like a Dutch or something like that? I think. I should know that, shouldn't I? All right. Well, thanks, everyone. I do appreciate you watching, as always, certainly. And thanks for all your kind words. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. I would definitely appreciate it. And always, you feel free to subscribe to the channel. You know you're welcome to join. Would love to have you. Always makes my day to get new subscriptions. And we'll be back in Hinterland tomorrow, Friday, to wrap up the week. You all take care of yourselves. Take care of each other, most importantly. And I'll see you again real soon. Bye for now.